only Zulf knew the whole story. What were we to think? They must have got her, taken her back to her rightful home. The mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild. The conscience. We haven't lost everything, long as we have that. Sometimes I want to ask him, why do any of this? But truth is, I don't want to know. Dread rum's brewed from swamp weeds, so its effect is as bold as its flavor. Just don't get any sharper than that. The marshals learned to pack those shells full of fire. The army never issued carbines in such fine shape. It's no longer a weapon, it's a precision instrument. Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight. Without an insulated air intake, that thing's liable to blow up on you. That ought to give those dueling pistols a little extra kick. foe's looking lean and mean like a prize fighter. The inspiration. A forge can fashion anything. The city. Its riches nothing but fragments now. Boundless Bay used to be a weapons test and dry dock. Ain't never been this dry, though. If you got a thing for heavy artillery, then I've got the place for you. A variety of modifications could be used to enhance the power of the mortar. See the fireworks over Boundless Bay. Good thing we got to that mortar before the beasts of the wild learned how to use it. Now the weight of the world behind us every swing. With that mortar and hammer, he's like a one-man demolition squad. One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Zolf said the Calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand us living proof of that. Simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. Sought solutions far beyond the city. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now. young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Monstrous, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Monstrous devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone. He will be gone. This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort. But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. He sabotaged the Monstrous little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger. But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard. Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front. For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. See ya. The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already. The country, she's all to pieces now, but still looking good. The Masons, we built the city strong. Now there's only two of us. Nothing makes a gun so dangerous as a keen eye. There's something we had to do before going after that last shard. If you want to master the art of the firearm, then the place to go is Trigger Hill. Sometimes he had to shoot from the hip. Had to keep moving to avoid getting burned. It ain't bad, but the triggers were better. Kid blows through that course like it was nothing. The Ceylandian army would have recruited him in a flash. The Triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew. To master the musket, you gotta get rid of the recoil. Well, now it's personal, ain't it? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. He finds his moment to strike. They never saw him coming. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time. heading through Sultan's Hollow. They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the Calamity rocks slink back into the ground. Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now. They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Are just a bump in the road. Now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. They're easy targets. Punches. They know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over. Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better. Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew. Zolf, the Ura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry. It's not the time to get reckless. But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns. There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tassel terminals loom large on the horizon. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura, to your own people. You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true. They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back. Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? just to see if he'd go after you. The culture, a still life of old unwanted keepsakes. I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember? Toughest thing about using that gas can is keeping a grip on it. First step to learning the Calamity cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides. Now, who would have taught a kid to do a thing like that? Good thing I didn't throw away the manual. If there's anything that blade can't split open, a cannon ought to do it.